Hi everyone, welcome back to God's Whispers, a place where we take the time to pause and reflect on the Word of the Lord. Today I'm going to be speaking about John's first letter, chapter 3, verses 20 through chapter 4, verse 6. He reminds us that our relationship with God isn't meant to be confusing or fearful. It's rooted in trust, love, and discernment. Let's listen. Beloved, we receive from him whatever we ask, because we keep his commandments and do what pleases him. And his commandment is this: we should believe in the name of his Son, Jesus Christ, and love one another just as he commanded us. Those who keep his commandments remain in him, and he in them. And the way we know that he remains in us is from the Spirit whom he gave us. Beloved, do not trust every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they belong to God, because many false prophets have gone out into the world. This is how you can know the Spirit of God. Every spirit that acknowledges Jesus Christ, come in the flesh, belongs to God, and every spirit that does not acknowledge Jesus does not belong to God. This is the spirit of the Antichrist, who, as you heard, is to come, but in fact is already in the world. You belong to God, children, and you have conquered them. For the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world. They belong to the world. Accordingly, their teaching belongs to the world, and the world listens to them. We belong to God, and anyone who knows God listens to us, while anyone who does not belong to God refuses to hear us. This is how we know the spirit of truth and the spirit of deceit. He begins by speaking about a prayer, that when we live in God's love, we can approach him with openness, not because we've earned it, but because we've aligned with his heart. And then it's a warning: do not trust every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they belong to God. In the early Christian communities, he was writing to people who were surrounded by competing voices. Some teachers claimed special spiritual insight. Others claimed that they denied the core truth, especially that Jesus came in the flesh. This wasn't a theological debate. It affected how people lived, treated one another, and understood God. So John is giving them a grounding truth, saying that the Spirit of God always leads towards Jesus, not away from him, toward love, not division, toward truth, not confusion. John reminds them and us that God's Spirit doesn't isolate or inflate the ego. It anchors us in Christ and forms in love. We live in a world full of different opinions, spiritual ideas, even different algorithms that lead what we see online, always pulling for our attention. So John's wisdom still holds. Not everything that sounds spiritual is life-giving. Discernment isn't about suspicion or fear. It's about a relationship, staying close enough to Christ so we can recognize his voice. That means we don't need to get overwhelmed or anxious. God's Spirit is already at work with us, gently guiding, correcting, and strengthening us. It brings us clarity, not chaos. It's not about fear. It's about confidence in God's presence. So journal prompts that would go along with this passage would be: what voices most influence my thoughts and decisions right now? Where might God be inviting me to slow down and discern more carefully? How do I recognize the voice of Christ in my daily life? And what helps me stay rooted in the truth when things might feel confusing? I hope that this message was encouraging to you, and if you feel like a friend could also use some encouragement, please feel free to pass it along. And don't forget to subscribe so you can continue to hear God's whispers.